Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome, it's Chris back with yet another fragrance review, and today we're looking at the precious house of Montana, Claude Montana, the famous French fashion designer who inspired people like Alexander McQueen. The brand Montana had fragrances out already on the market in the late 80s. I reviewed one or two of them, and it's a brand that is still very much active in bringing fragrances to the market, okay? And so this one came out in 2011, so 11 years ago, still in production, still out today. The parfumeur that knows behind this fragrance is Nathalie Lawson, and the name of the fragrance, as you can see, mesdames et messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, is Graphite or Graphite. It comes in this very nice box, okay, has this design, and obviously the bottle is in this see-through, situated in this see-through part, which I took out already, because with my clumsy hands, if I start to unpack, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. It takes half an hour, okay? So that's the precious, straightforward, round-shaped bottle, okay, with a nice sort of almost whiskey sort of bottle label to it, and the juice inside is indeed also reminding you of a good Scotch or Irish whiskey. Good sprayer, and very nice overall presentation. Now, how does it smell like? First of all, the name, obviously, Graphite or Graphite. It refers obviously to the material, or even to the pencils. We had this graphite or graphite pencils at the time in school, you know, that you had to sharpen and all that. Some say it smells actually partially of pencil shavings. I don't particularly like that term because it reminds me of school, okay? And I wasn't a fan of school at all. So, but there's some truth in that statement as well, that it has some pencil shaving aspects to it. How and why? So what has Nathalie Lawson done? How has she blended, created graphite for Claude Montana? Actually, have to show you here, because not every bottle, every release bears his full name, but on this one you can see Graphite and Claude Montana, so the full designer name being presented on the label, okay? So Nathalie Lawson, what a genius, okay, at work here for Montana. And obviously there is a very strong woody feel, woody vibe, woody mood to this fragrance, and it's very much the cedar wood, probably Virginia cedar, some Gaiac wood as well, Palo Santo as we know it also, which I love. I love Palo Santo because it always has this more than wood feel to it. So, and together with cedar, it's a great choice and very well blended here. So that these two give this fragrance a real backbone. Okay, but it's not just about that. And I've seen comparisons with Carbone from Balmain, or Autoportrait, or Olfactive Studio, also a Nathalie Lawson creation from the same year. Okay, so she was in her woody mood in 2011, it seems. But okay, those comparisons can be made, okay? I'm not a fan of those comparisons, but they obviously help you to better understand what this fragrance is all about in general. But don't make the mistake to judge only by these comparisons. You have to smell this fragrance because it's much more special than the other two, and I'm going to tell you why that is. Okay, so we had Palo Santo, Gaiac wood, and obviously cedar wood, but there's more to it, because you have a violet here, a violet that comes across as kind of weird, kind of out of place, but very much in its right place, because it's not your typical violet here. It really adds something very special, with a hint of bergamot, always dancing around, keeping it fresh enough, okay, not to be cloying, okay. If you go further, maybe there's some sandalwood in there, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe some benzoin, definitely oak moss, okay? So if you have to categorize, this is a woody fragrance, not much green, although it's not green in a way it's smelling mossy or piney. It smells green, okay, but not in your usual terms. That's what I was saying. It's not really green in the classical way. It doesn't smell of a pine forest or a mossy field or anything like that. It smells. Embrace yourselves. Buckle up, because this smells of pickled dill. Pickled dill. Okay, you know the pickle. It's almost edible. Okay, and I love it as food, you know, to go with many nice dishes, because it always kind of freshens it up in a sour way. There's a sour aspect to this fragrance, and I think the violet is very much responsible here. And this is why I mentioned that the violet has a special role here, because I think, Natalie Lawson, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the violet has a major part in making this smell sour and making this smell like pickled dill. Dill is my favorite herb of all time. Okay, you can see my Eastern European impacts that I got in my life. Okay, my mom and my grandma have cooked lots of dishes with dill. Okay, and pickle obviously was at the side for many other dishes as well, or together or apart with dill. Okay, but mostly with dill. So the two go hand in hand, you know, pickle and dill, pickled dill. Okay, so, but it's almost on my skin, and it's a skin question as well. If you spray this just on a test stripe or on hair or clothing, it's not as prominent. The dill and the pickle is not as prominent as when you spray it on skin. And on my skin, obviously it has to be, because I love pickle and pickled dill. I totally get it, and it's very prominent on me. It almost smells disturbing. Okay, saying that it's just when you open this pickle, you know, these big glasses, and you open it up and you smell. That's the smell. It's straightforward. There you go. And you open this probably on wooden furniture. This is how much it smells of pickle on my hand. Incredible. And so this is what you get. And it gets a bit mossy as well, which I like, but not too much. Again, not that vegetation green, but it rather remains herbal green due to the obvious pickled dill aspects, and woody throughout. Okay, that's the development. Not much. It's fairly linear here. Okay, so you won't get different phases of the fragrance. Okay. Which is good, because this is a straightforward affair. The performance, sillage and projection are normal, just an eau de toilette, okay? And longevity on my skin is above average, way above average. It really performs like some of the eau de parfums of these days. I can smell it the next morning on you know, a shirt or even on the cushion in the bed, or a bed linen, or whatever, wherever you wore it. Okay, so it really has a persistent, good longevity to it. So overall, I'm in love with this fragrance. And why? Because again, lots of great memories because of the dill here. The dill aspect, the pickled dill aspect is something that I was looking for to find in a fragrance, because I was craving this smell, to have it somehow in a fragrance. And finally I found the fragrance that carries this fantastic pickled dill smell. Okay, and today is the 12th anniversary of my mother's passing, and so I remember when I smell this, I remember her fantastic food many times with dill, and it just warms my heart. Okay, so anybody who loves a good woody quality fragrance, and anybody who loves edible pickled dill sensation in a fragrance should look no further. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye bye.